When it comes to innate talents, we often find ourselves trapped in the same question. Do talents really exist, and are they inherited or acquired from the environment? The term innate talent refers to the abilities or skills that someone has from birth, without the need for extensive learning processes. However, the debate about the existence of innate talent continues to this day. Some people believe that every individual has innate talent within them, which can be discovered through self-exploration and potential development. However, others argue that talent is largely acquired through practice and experience. In this context, we cannot blame society for its acceptance of the concept of innate talent. We often admire certain individuals for their apparent talents. However, we forget that the extraordinary talents we see may only be a small part of their countless efforts to hone their abilities. When someone achieves success with all their talents, we often overlook the role of hard work and determination that the individual possesses. However, the only way to maximize innate talent is through hard work, relentless practice, and strong determination. In this context, we must be wiser in observing and appreciating someone's innate talents. It is not accurate to assume that someone with innate talent is luckier than others. We must understand that every individual has the same potential for success, as long as they are willing to strive and work hard. Innate talent is the extraordinary ability or potential that someone has from birth. This term is often associated with intelligence or specific skills that seem to be inherent in an individual from an early age. Since ancient times, the concept of innate talent has been an interesting topic for many people. The history of innate talent can be traced back to ancient times, even before the emergence of written history. In prehistoric times, early humans used their innate talents in hunting, tool-making, and gathering food for survival. As human civilization developed, innate talent also evolved and was interpreted differently according to the context of time and culture. Even in ancient mythology, we often hear stories about gods born with special talents, such as the ability to control the weather or superhuman strength. These stories form the basis for the belief of people in the past that there was something unique or special that existed from the beginning of someone's life. In the context of human history, innate talent has also been the focus of research by experts in various fields, such as psychology, sociology, and education. They are interested in understanding the extent to which innate talent plays a role in determining someone's success in various aspects of life. Several scientific studies have been conducted to try to understand how innate talent can influence an individual's abilities in specific fields. The concept of innate talent is also an interesting debate in the realm of education. Some people believe that innate talent is a determining factor in someone's success in learning, while others argue that innate talent is just one of many factors that affect individual development. This debate continues to this day and remains an interesting research topic for education experts. When talking about innate talent, it cannot be denied that history has witnessed various talented figures who have inspired the world with their outstanding achievements in their respective fields. When discussing the history and talented figures, we cannot overlook the significant role played by some prominent figures in society. History reveals to us that innate talent has indeed been an inseparable part of human development since ancient times. Long before we see events in the modern world, great thinkers such as Aristotle, Plato, and Socrates were known for their extraordinary intellectual talents. They not only had extensive knowledge but also were able to lead in creating ideas and theories that formed the basis of various scientific disciplines. Not only in philosophy but also in visual arts, music, and literature, history has witnessed the emergence of various talented figures who have changed the face of the world with their works. Leonardo da Vinci, a painter, inventor, and scientist, is an example that represents true genius in the history of art. Works such as the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper continue to inspire artists to this day. Likewise, other figures such as Mozart, Shakespeare, and Michelangelo have inherited the example of the strength of strong innate talents. In the world of sports, it cannot be denied that innate talent also plays an important role in shaping its history. Figures like Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, and Usain Bolt have proven that they have natural talents far beyond average. Their abilities in sports have inspired young generations to always strive hard and believe that innate talent plays a crucial role in achieving success. However, it is important to remember that having innate talent alone is not enough to achieve success. Hard work, dedication, and perseverance are required to develop that talent to its fullest potential. History has recorded various talented figures who initially may only have natural talents, but through training, sacrifice, and unwavering determination, they were able to achieve the pinnacle of success. From the above descriptions, it can be concluded that talented figures have played a very significant role in shaping and changing the world. History has recorded various achievements carved out by these figures, both in the fields of art, philosophy, science, and sports. However, without hard work and high dedication, this innate talent will not be able to achieve real excellence. Therefore, it is fitting for all of us to continue to learn and develop our innate talents and to inspire ourselves to achieve success as talented figures have done. Thus, it can be concluded that innate talent has been the focus of human attention since ancient times to the present. This concept continues to evolve with the development of science and technology and remains an interesting topic worthy of further exploration. With a deeper understanding of innate talent, we can recognize the potential of each individual and help them develop their talents better. Several studies have been conducted to test whether innate talent truly exists. One interesting study was conducted by psychologists from Stanford University. They conducted a study on children who had shown talent in a particular field, such as art, music, or sports. The results of this study indicated that genetic factors can indeed influence a person's ability in a specific field. However, this does not mean that talent cannot be developed through practice and experience. A study conducted by experts in the field of psychology at the University of California found that genetic factors play a significant role in determining a person's innate talent. They found that someone with family members with a certain talent is likely to have a tendency to also have the same talent. This indicates that genetic factors greatly influence a person's innate ability. However, other studies also showed that the environment and experience also have a significant influence on the development of a person's innate skills. A study conducted by psychologists from Harvard University found that repeated practice and experience in a field can enhance a person's ability in that field. This suggests that innate talent is not always the determining factor, but can be developed through practice and experience. A study conducted by scientists at University College London also caught the attention of many people. They conducted research revealing that pure talent, or what we call innate talent, does not exist. They found that what we see as true talent is actually the result of continuous practice and experience. In this study, scientists used brain scanning techniques to observe the brain activity of expert violin players. They found that violin players considered to have natural talent actually have the same brain activity as amateur violin players. What sets them apart is simply the amount of practice they do. These findings are intriguing because it has long been believed that talent is something given at birth. However, this research suggests that this is not entirely true. This opens up opportunities for everyone to develop their talents through consistent practice and experience. Of course, this research also raises new questions. If true talent is the result of practice and experience, does anyone really have natural talent? Or does natural talent only indicate someone's ability to learn and develop faster than others? According to a study published in the journal Psychological Science, an individual may indeed have innate talent in a particular field, but that does not guarantee their success in that field. This research found that environmental factors and consistent practice also play a very significant role in developing innate talent. This study sampled around 11,000 children aged 6 to 12 years and measured their talents in various fields such as mathematics, music, and sports. The results showed that while someone may have a tendency to have talent in a particular field, their development in that field is greatly influenced by consistent practice and a supportive environment. From these findings, we can conclude that innate talent is not the only factor that determines someone's success in a field. An individual may have innate talent in music, but without consistent practice and a supportive environment, that talent will not reach its full potential. There are no definite answers to these questions. However, this research has opened our eyes to the importance of practice and experience in developing our talents and abilities. Talent remains an interesting and complex aspect, but we should not underestimate the role of practice and experience in shaping it. From various research data, it can be concluded that someone's innate skills are a complex combination of genetic factors, environment, and experience. Although genetic factors play an important role in determining someone's innate skills, the environment and experience also have a significant influence on the development of those skills. Therefore, it is important for every individual to continue developing their innate skills through practice and experience in various fields, so they can achieve their highest potential in areas they are interested in. However, it is important to remember that these studies do not conclusively confirm the existence of innate talent. There are still many other factors that can affect a person's abilities, such as motivation, opportunities, and luck. Additionally, the concept of innate talent can also be an excuse for someone not to strive hard to develop their abilities. In this context, it is important for us not to easily fall into the assumption that innate talent is everything. Through continuous practice and diverse experiences, one still has the opportunity to develop their abilities in their areas of interest. Therefore, what needs to be done is not to find out whether innate talent really exists, but how we can optimize the potential we have. There are several ways to discover someone's innate talent, and examples from famous figures can provide inspiration for us. The first way to discover innate talent is by paying attention to interests or hobbies that we have been doing since childhood. Do we enjoy painting, writing, or playing music? Do we feel comfortable and feel time flies by quickly when we do these things? That could be a sign that we have talent in that field. For example, Mozart was a composer and musician who was very famous from a young age. He could make music since he was 5 years old, indicating that his musical talent was already there since birth. The second way is to take tests or workshops to discover our interests and talents. There are many organizations or non-profit institutions that provide programs to recognize someone's innate talents. By taking these tests, we can find out if we have talent in a particular field. For example, Lionel Messi is a famous football player who discovered his talent after taking a test at a local football club in his hometown, Rosario, Argentina. The third way is to observe the responses from people around us to our abilities or interests. Positive reactions and praise from people who understand the field can be a clue that we have innate talent in that field. An example is Albert Einstein, a genius physicist who discovered the theory of relativity. Although he was not good at other subjects, the reactions and support from his teachers and friends towards his discoveries indicate that he has innate talent in physics. The fourth way is to try more new and different things. Sometimes someone's talent can be hidden due to a lack of exploration and experience. By trying new things, we can discover innate talents that we never realized before. For example, J.K. Rowling is a great writer who found her talent in writing novels after trying different jobs several times. The fifth way is to learn and hone the skills we have. Innate talent is important, but without effort and hard work, that talent will not develop into something extraordinary. Deepening knowledge and skills in a particular field will help us become more excellent and successful in that field. An example of this approach is Thomas Edison, a great inventor who successfully created the light bulb. He had to learn and experiment with various materials and technologies to create the light bulb. With these various ways, we hope to discover the innate talents we have. However, it is important to remember that innate talent without effort and hard work will not lead us towards success. As the saying goes, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Therefore, the discovery of innate talent must be followed by efforts to develop that talent into something useful and extraordinary. It is important to understand that one should not feel limited by the abilities believed to have been possessed since birth. This is because many factors can influence the development of a person's abilities, such as the environment, education, training, and life experiences. Therefore, talent or ability should not be a barrier for someone to continue to develop themselves. Furthermore, a misguided understanding of innate talent can also make someone overly confident and less inclined to make efforts to continue learning and training their abilities. Therefore, this concept should be interpreted as the beginning of each individual's journey to discover and develop their potential. In this context, the role of education and opportunity is a very important factor in helping someone to discover and develop their talents. Therefore, there should be no limits in providing opportunities for every individual to express themselves and discover their talents, without being burdened by the assumption that these abilities are only possessed by a small fraction of people. Thus, the concept of innate talent should not be a myth that limits someone's potential, but rather be an inspiration to continue learning, growing, and finding passion in life. Therefore, it is important for every individual to believe that everyone has the same potential to succeed, as long as they are willing to make efforts and continue to develop themselves. Goodbye, and keep going.